We had 5 teams competing today. Each team was made up of 1 MBA student, 1 EMBA student, and 1 entrepreneur. After choosing one category at random, each team was challenged with putting together a business idea and implementation strategy. Welcome to the first annual Startup Sunday being held today at St. Mary's University. Good luck to our 5 teams.
So far this morning we came into the room. We were split up into our teams of 3.
A lot of cogs are turning in there.
We at least have our target market kind of honed in on.
agree.
The journey today so far has been quite quick-paced.
No matter what idea we came up with, there's already so many other ideas out there in the world.
What is their business strategy? Who are their competitors?
How are you going to be competing against those folks or not?
I want to start a business. I don't know where to go. We have some restaurant ideas off the shelf, so we may say, listen, we've got this thing concept, branded.
Perhaps that should be your main focus because the market's bigger. There's more restaurants out there right now. There's restaurants today that are going to fail.
Well, we've had some highs and lows throughout the day so far.
The strongest thing that I've seen was the teamwork.
Try not to make too much money from one person at a time. Try to make a little bit from a lot of people.
So you want a title that doesn't have a definition of age, but implies older.
Yeah. So now it's giving them an opportunity to kind of socially interact, and we were thinking that might be something great, but
there's never been anything like that I've ever seen. So how are you going to generate revenue to do that? Like, how are you going to start? Where do you start?
Vendors. To that end, we become the go-to place to start. Then we have another opportunity to sell more clients more often.
They're extremely savvy.
Seek advice to make sure that you're not being negligent in what you're doing.
The ideas are there, and it's just being able to prove them at this point.
Then we go to high-end restaurants and we say, hey, guess what? Look at this case study from this restaurant.
It could be that, or it could take them right to that Bella's Cafe website.
Basing the assumption that we're going to get a $10 net.
And they show that QR code, it's trackable that way too.
Very good understanding of what's required to start up a business.
We're humming along like a well-oiled machine.
A hunter mentality. You have to go and find those guys and convince them. They're not going to come to you because if they're going to come to you, they're already going to scale it themselves.
You have to get a business plan.
Your exposure to failure and losing a lot of money is pretty small here, so, I like that.
We've picked an idea and now we're off to the races.
Social media, Facebook and Twitter and Yammer, YouTube and all this stuff.
We had a financial advisor come in, we had a legal advisor come in, we had a marketing advisor come in, so it was all a very good experience.
I'd say that the employee who picks up the telephone and doesn't say, this is Burrito Jack's, how did you hear of us? Should get fired.
It's pretty intense, but a lot of fun.
I'm excited, but I'm excited in a whole different way.
So I thought that was quite fun.
2 thumbs up. Earlier this afternoon at the Kennard Center, each team had 6 minutes to present their business idea.
We were randomly selected the entertainment category to build a business out of.
Is that going to be a revenue stream for you?
In outsourcing. So there's where the low costs come in.
The topic that we drew was retail. We saw some challenges that exist within the retail sector, especially given the $10,000 seed money.
If I'm a startup business or I'm looking for your services, how are you going to find out about me?
How are you going to connect supply and demand?
What, on average, do you expect to be charging a client?
Very basic would be in accounting to get your accounting started up. You're already talking $1,500 to $2,000 there.
We're doing sports and recreation as our topic. So our mission statement is to create a social community for busy and bustling boomers that promotes health and wellness and longevity in a fun and rewarding environment.
On your expenses, you don't seem to have any cost of labor or anything like that? You're doing this for free?
Correct. I know it sounds ludicrous.
Our goal really is to close the gap between cultures and create that online environment where students of different descents can come together to socialize and collaborate on the one topic that every student, and I think all of us in this room really love, delicious, cost-effective food.
The top part is where students care most.
Can you give me a snapshot of revenue first, second, third, and fourth quarters?
We were given the industry of food and beverage. We found 2 factors are really important. Creating a client base, your customer, and the second really important part is retaining that customer.
Then we move on to social media and online branding for that company.
Our business is ready now.
Later on this evening, after Robert Herjavec speaks, one of the teams will be awarded the grand prize, $10,000 to start their business.